Oops. Why why did that do that? Stop it. There we go. I am 3 seconds into this and I've already screwed it up. That one. That's the one I wanted. And of course it. Why does this have to be so scuff on the first night? Really? Anyway, what's going on, guys? So this is going to be night one, episode one, um, premiere night, whatever you want to call it, of CrimCast, which is going to be my new show that I'm going to be doing once a week. And the other nights that I'm going to be on live are going to be pretty much just gaming in general. You come in, we could talk about either what game I'm playing or other games. It really doesn't matter. Um, so I've got a couple of choices tonight that I've been thinking about for a few weeks now on what I wanted to do for the premiere night. Uh, Three of them are not out yet. One of them has just recently released 16 days ago, I believe, which was Destiny 2: The Final Shape. We're gonna get into a little bit of that. I'm gonna give you guys my opinions on some of the stuff. I don't have an opinion about the raid. I've never done the raid. I haven't even looked at any of the raid stuff. But if you guys have and you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. So, first of all, game that I had in mind that I wanted to talk about first was going to be the new Dragon Ball game, which I believe comes out either August, September, or October. I cannot remember right offhand. Um, Actually, I will tell you. Give me like 2 seconds, and I'll tell you. Let me move that over here. You guys don't want to see that. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero release date. If it has one, it is October 11th. And it is going to be early access, available for Ultimate Edition purchasers, and will be on PS5, Xbox, which is Series X or S, and PC via Steam. I'm going to be getting it on PS5. I will be hooking up my capture card to my PC so that I can stream it with you guys. And I will also be taking challengers as I learn the game and as everybody's learning the game. So that is going to be a lot of fun. The game looks great. I haven't really seen any of the gameplay. I have a couple of videos set up that we're going to take a look at together so that we can get ready for that. The second game I wanted to talk about tonight, it releases actually in 2 days. One day if you wait 8 minutes. Well, for me anyway, I'm on the East Coast. It'll be midnight here. And I wanted to wait until midnight to start the show, but I got kind of impatient, so you guys got it a little bit early tonight. Um, but Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC is going to be coming out. It's going to be an absolutely massive DLC, from what I understand. And I honestly cannot wait. I have a feeling that it's going to explain a lot of the things that they left out of the lore. So I'm definitely excited about that. Um, Third game I wanted to talk about is going to be uh, Destiny 2, and I'm basically we're going to go over um, what my impressions of the story was, uh, what I felt Bungie might have been lacking on when designing the final shape, and just overall gameplay. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like quality of life changes that they did. Um, a couple of the weapons. I'm gonna give a shout out to one weapon in particular because once I picked this thing up, I never put it down. And I'm sure anybody that plays Destiny knows exactly which gun I'm talking about. Um, and then the last game that we're going to talk about, which is the one that I am absolutely ecstatic about. Been waiting 3 years for this to come out because I really, really, really want to see where where the story goes. Because with the last expansion being, um, uh, oh my God, my brain is not working. Why is my brain not working? Um, anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you play Final Fantasy 14, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, but definitely, definitely waiting on that. Waiting on the new jobs. I'm actually the opposite of everybody else. There's one job in particular that's going to be coming out that I'm excited for, but a lot of people aren't, and we're going to get into that later once we get to that. So, first game we're talking about, and um, it is going to be Dragon Ball. I am a huge, 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 huge Dragon Ball fan. Have been since I seen the original Dragon Ball Z, which was for me the very first episode that I seen was um, it was when Goku had gotten to planet Namek and he hadn't quite made it over to where Krillin, Vegeta, and Gohan were fighting against the Ginyu Force. But the episode where he actually arrived on the battlefield and stopped Raccoon in one hit, that was the very first episode I seen, and I had watched it on the international channel on an old TV. And you older people here, you know that it's the TV that has the two knobs. You had like 1 through 16, and then you had the one that had like 100 of them on there, and it would just click and click and click and click and click until you found the right one. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, those TVs were terrible, but um, yeah, I watched my very first episode of Dragon Ball Z on there, as well as a show called Fushigi Yugi. If you have not seen Fushigi Yugi, if you like romance and tragic animes, you should definitely check that one out. You guys will love it. Um, but let's talk Dragon Ball. So, brand new game, part of the Tenkaichi series. Technically, this game is Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4, but they named it Sparking Zero. I don't know why, but whatever. Um, from the little bit that I have seen, this game looks absolutely fantastic. I have the video up here. I'm going to show you guys. This is the announcement trailer. And then I have another one here, which is going to be a little bit of gameplay. I'm not going to show too much of this one because I don't want to. I don't want to ruin the effect, the first time play effect. So I'll probably it's a 47-minute video. I'm definitely not going to spend 47 minutes talking about this game, but we are going to watch a little bit of this one just to get kind of a feel as to the the setup that they have going on with this. And then we're going to talk about a little bit about Elden Ring, Destiny, and then Final Fantasy. But right now, let's go ahead and watch this announcement trailer, and we could talk about if you guys want to talk about it, we could talk about it. If not, no big deal. I can do all the talking. So let's check it out. comparing, if you were to put this side by
Tremble
side with
before
King
my
Titans,
power!
like,
I'll
it's
show
night
you
and
the
day.
horrors of hell. Now perish alone with this.
I like how it says shake the earth, yet they're on it. Okay, so there's that. Uh, the game looks like the graphics and everything look really good. Obviously, the cinematic in the beginning, the cinematic for the launch trailer is going to look a lot better than the actual gameplay, but it still looks just awesome, and I really can't wait for this game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to leave this muted because I don't know if they're going to have any copyrighted music in the background here. And we're just going to talk about this a little bit. So this is from it's a 47-minute demo gameplay, obviously from Japan, and it just looks good. Now, obviously, these videos they're not recorded in the best quality, and I can't seem to. Here we go. Yeah, so 720. It's not in 1080, so it's not going to be the best quality, and then it's probably not coming through very well through the stream either, because I believe I'm also streaming in 720. So I'm not entirely sure there how this is even looking on you guys' end. If it looks bad, tell me, um, and we can find something else. But oh, come on, YouTube, really? Stop it! I swear, sometimes I feel like I need a subscription to like every single thing so I can avoid commercials. Now, see, that just looks awesome. You know, this is all. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Like when this game releases, I'm going to be practicing my ass off, and this is a direct shout out to Bezoid. You gonna catch these hands, bro. You gonna catch these hands hard. But yeah, got some gameplay there. We'll skip ahead a little bit, and what do we got going on here? We got Trunks versus Vegeta. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So the game's supposed to have completely destructible environments. Wait, is that a move or a mode switch? Oh, that's the spirit sword. Okay. Ha! Vegeta got split up the middle. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. Yeah, Vegeta would just smack the shit out of Trunks, sword or not. Like that just wouldn't even happen. Skip ahead a little bit more. Let's look at some more stuff. So I want to go back and I want to stop the video right here. So I don't know. You guys should be able to see my mouse up here. I'm up by the little plus signs. This game is going to have the it looks like it's going to have the 3 character rule, kind of like how Fighters does, where you can swap characters in and out, or it's going to be like a tournament style where one goes down, the next one comes in, one goes down, the next one comes in. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done a whole lot of research on this game because, like I said, I don't want to ruin the first play experience for myself or anybody else. That's kind of why I'm like hopping around. So, one sec. You know what? Give me a second. Do this here. I'm gonna bring this way, way, way down here. Well, probably not that low. Scuff stream. Scuff stream. Okay, no, that was a bad idea. All right, anyway, I was gonna play a little bit of music in the background. I have a buddy of mine who does royalty-free stuff for streamers, but I didn't want to like blast it through. And honestly, like if you're not listening to it at full volume, it's just really not. It's really not just gonna work for this show. But right now, like Super Broly looks really good. Uh, Goku pretty much just looks like Goku in most games, so I mean it's not really anything special there, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of the other one, the Xenoverse, but just a lot flashier. Oh, that was cool. He hit up against the barrier on the side of the stage and it cracked. So that was kind of cool. Can't get this to go anywhere. Okay. So yeah, I mean there's Dragon Ball for a little bit. Um, I'm interested to see how far into the Dragon Ball story the story mode is going to go. If it's going to go all the way up to the Tournament of Power, or if they're going to stop part way and then release Dragon Ball Super instances and sagas as DLC. I really hope they don't. I really, really just hope that they just release the Super story with the Z story in its entirety because to be honest, I'm tired of buying games at $70, US and then turning around and pumping another 40, 50, $60 into a game for, you know, 30 minutes of content. It's in my opinion, it's not fair to the gamer that we have to put out so much money just to enjoy something that should have been part of the original product. Like I can understand some things like the Elden Ring DLC, like Destiny, like Final Fantasy. You know, these are Destiny and Final Fantasy especially because these are long drawn out things. Like Final Fantasy has been live now for what 12 years. Just this one game, and then Destiny, I believe, is 8 years. You know what? Give me a second. I'm actually gonna look that up because I'm not entirely sure. Destiny 2 release date was September 6, 2017. So that's what 3, 4, so 7 years ago, and came out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Was it PlayStation 4 or was that 3? No, 3 was Destiny 1, 4 was Destiny 2, and now it's on 5, as well as PC, Xbox, and all the other stuff. Okay, so, yeah. So these are like, huge long term games, almost, MMOs, if not almost games that are very similar to an MMO. So, I can understand paying something later on, paying for something later on that they've created and decided to add to the game. But games like Dragon Ball here, I believe should just be released as, a full product from the get-go. And then if they want to create something later on and add to it, maybe like what if characters, what if storylines, stuff like that, then, definitely go and do that. But, as it stands, I think it should just release, you know, Dragon Ball starting with Raditz, Dragon Ball Z starting with Raditz, and then all the way over to the Tournament of Power, and then maybe add in, obviously they've added in Broly, so they probably have some of the movie related stuff there too. I'm pretty sure this Broly here is canon. The other one's not. The big one that, with the green hair, he is not canon. But this guy here, he is canon. But um, if nobody wants to talk about Dragon Ball, we can definitely move on. So this comes out literally tomorrow. So on June 20th, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree is gonna drop. I'm going to be playing it. I'll probably stream it, and it's going to be a ton of fun. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it on PC, and I don't know if I'm going to be or if I'm going to be playing it on my PlayStation 5. But I'm definitely, definitely going to be playing it. I'm probably going to run roughshod over everything in the DLC because of my build. I have a level 310 ish, somewhere around there, with a dual Claymore blood build, which is based on uh, arcane and strength. So I basically take huge chunks out of the enemy with my sword swings, and then the bleed kicks in after my fourth hit, and it just wrecks health bars. So, I mean, if the enemy bleeds, it usually goes down really really fast. Dragons, they go down super quick. The only thing that doesn't go down quick is, forgive me if I get the name wrong. It's been a very long time since I've talked about Elden Ring lore, but I believe it is Radagon. Towards the end, does not bleed. Radagon or America, whatever you want to call it, and the Elden Beast does not bleed. Um, so that fight's pretty challenging. Um, what else doesn't bleed? The Falling Star Beast up on the top of the mountains over by the volcano area. He doesn't bleed, and that's really, really annoying. Um, but yeah, I want to take a look at this video. I want to show it to you guys, and we're gonna take a look at this, and then from the little bit that I remember of the game, we could talk about it.
Peggy 16.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal. An affair from which gold arose. And so too was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen.
That's just cool.
One that could never be put to song.
Yep, that guy is very dead.
A purge
Very,
without
very dead.
grace or honor.
I think this
The
guy
tyranny
here,
of
not this
Messmer's
guy, but the
flame.
other guy that was standing there. I believe that's the guy that turned himself into the giant snake. He let the snake eat him, or he ate the snake. Him. That's like the giant snake or something. I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, I can't remember what his name is. I used to know all their names, like just both. I knew it, but I don't remember.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything. His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. But we are not deterred. We choose to follow. Will you walk with us?
See, that's just gonna be so much fun. Um, I want to know if they're going to go into a little bit more about who exactly Melina is, because in the original game, she just kind of shows up, and she's like, "Oh, you're maidenless," because somebody murdered my maiden before I even got there. So, like, if you look around in the room that you spawn in, you'll see corpses of various maidens, and one of them is supposed to be yours, but one of the guys, I believe it's the guy with the mask that you meet. You can eventually he eventually takes you to Moog's world. If you follow his quest line, you go around and murder a bunch of people, and yeah, good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then she just kind of shows up, and she's like, "Oh, you're maidenless. I'll be your maiden." And you're just like, sure, why not? So she basically follows you around the game like a stalker, and doesn't really reveal anything about herself. And people that on the internet, I've seen a bunch of videos, and I've seen a bunch of like Reddit posts and stuff like that, and people talking about it, and that she is supposed to be this witch, or um, this other being, this other like really powerful being, and all of her power is back behind her closed eye. And because in one of the cutscenes, if you watch it, I believe it's one of the bad endings. Uh, she comes after you, or well, she promises to come after you, and she has that eye open, and it's gold. So she definitely has some power that she's not showing anybody. But yeah, Elden Ring, Souls-like game from Software. If you like the Souls games, if you don't like the Souls games, really just check it out. If you're looking for a game with some moderate challenge to it, something that you're not just gonna breeze through, but something that's not gonna make you spike your controller off the floor, you know, you should definitely check it out if you have not played it. It is pretty fun. Like I said, I got up to level 300 something. I spent many, 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 many hours on it. Um, So yeah, that's Elden Ring. And there's really not too much to say aside from I can't wait for more lore because the lore is the greatest thing about the game, really. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on over to Destiny. Okay, so I bought this on launch day. I've played it in the past, obviously. I haven't been on it hardcore for years and years and years and years, but I have periodically come back to it, and it is fun. If you like a first person shooter, but you don't like Call of Duty games or Battlefield or uh, what's what's that one called? Hold on. Do do do. Don't mind me, folks. I'm losing my mind. Close that out. Just gonna minimize this for a second. X Defiant. That's the one I was thinking of. It's basically Call of Duty. Just if Call of Duty is a 6 on the speed scale, X Defiant is like an 11. Like it's just sprint, 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 go, 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 go. But I do like some things about X Defiant that is just really cool. Like the way that you unlock your attachments, the way you unlock different weapons, the way you unlock different skins and stuff like that is by basically completing challenges. So, say for example, you want to unlock a jacket. Like you've got the skin where they've got a jacket and all this other stuff, whatever. You know, you'll have to pick up like say a sniper rifle and you have to get so many kills with that sniper rifle. And then you're also unlocking attachments for that sniper rifle as you're leveling it and stuff like that, completing those challenges, and it's just pretty cool. But I'm going to show the video for Destiny, and then while we're talking about Destiny, I'm going to play a little bit of uh, this video here that you can see up at the top of the screen there, and that is Salvation's Edge gameplay. And that is the raid. I haven't seen any of that. Obviously, we're not going to get all the way through that video because that raid is, I'm sure, very long because it just came out and everybody hasn't reached like max level and max power. So, haven't. I'm sure we're not going to get through that whole video there, and I really don't want to show somebody else's content on my stream for too long. It's not fair to them, and because they took the time to put the effort into that, and I don't want to show a whole bunch of it. I will. I still have all these videos up here. I will give a shout out towards the end of the video for each and every person um, who put videos up. I believe the only one I don't even. That's just a bunch of numbers. That's IGN. That's Destiny 2 and Final Fantasy. So really, there's only two of them, which is for Dragon Ball. It was. I'll just do the shout out now. Um, is PS3, PS360 HD2. Yeah, I know. Is copy. Oh, so it's like that. That is the channel name. And then the other one that we're going to be watching is going to be this one here. I'm going to leave this one muted. There is some background talking. We're leaving this muted. Like I said, it's not my video, and I don't want to take credit away from Esoteric. So, actually, what I'm going to do is, because this guy, paste, this guy puts effort into making all of his stuff. So he has a legitimate channel. He's got 472,000 subscribers. Uh, let's say 4,800 videos, challenges, guides for Destiny, Soulsborne, Souls-like games, Remnant, new release games, and then just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to post his channel in the chat, and then you guys can go check him out later. Or now, if you're bored. Totally up to you. I'd prefer that you stayed. But we're going to watch the Destiny 2 launch trailer. And then while we're watching some of Esoteric's gameplay, on mute, obviously, we're going to talk about my experiences with it and where I found the game lacking.
The witness nears the final shape.
It's reshaping reality into a perfect stillness. I'm done burying my friends.
It's the end of everything. Might as well try to stop it.
One last step together into the end.
This place.
It's hard to describe. An infection. Festering. You said it spoke to you.
The witness shows us what it thinks we want. It's a lie.
Lightbearer, let us lift the weight of suffering. Join us.
Zavala, please, don't do this.
Nobody makes my fate but me.
Oops. Nope. And pause. Okay. So we're just going to click that. And just kind of let that play in the background. So, Destiny 2, the final shape. In my opinion, most of the game was really good. Most of the expansion was really good. The difficulty wasn't like on an on an insane scale. Um, a lot of the weapons that they released were fairly good weapons. Like A lot of the weapons that I've used in this game prior to this expansion coming out, I'm not sure if it was just my light level or the level of my weapons or anything like that, but certain enemies and bosses were just they were really difficult to kill. And one of them being the Emperor. I actually had a pretty rough time with him and had to have a buddy of mine come in and help me take him down because I was either just under leveled, didn't have the right build, for the power that I was using. I was trying to do it on Void and I didn't have really a good build to go in with, but um I would think that I would have a couple of guns at that point that would give me the advantage, and I just didn't. So, you know, when this expansion came out, and they give you, it's actually no, it's wait, is it? I think he's using it. That's Sunshot. But I believe the other one that he was using is the Call. It is a elemental uh uh it's a elemental grenade pistol. Sorry. Um, it's just really good. Its element is strand, so there's a lot of stuff like they're not gonna be strong against it. Now there is some new strand enemies in the game, but really it's not like so overwhelming to where you can't use the pistol. Like, yeah, see, he's just absolutely trashing everything, and oh, he just fell. Um, what are you doing, dude? Um, but yeah, yeah, it was pretty fun overall. Like I said, weapons are good, armor's good. The two new um exotics for each of the armors that you can get, or each of the classes that you can get. Those are pretty good. You can definitely make builds out of them. The prismatic power that came out with this expansion is just absolutely awesome. I've seen a couple of buddies of mine really put together some crazy builds, and they just walk into a room and there's 20 enemies in the room, and they just walk in and everything just dies. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Some of the enemies in the game are shielded. They're shielded in prismatic, and you have to have like a prismatic charge or a prismatic attack and able to break that shield. But they usually leave like a little puddle kind of thing that you can stand in and charge up the prismatic power. It's um, this little bar here, the little pink one, and basically like he has it fully charged right now. Half of it is light power, and then the other half is dark power. So by using light based attacks, you'll get that you'll power that the light side up, and then dark powers will power up the other side. So I think that's what he's got going on here, is he's using the sunshot as the light power that to charge up his bar, and then the other one he's using the call, which is dark power because it is a strand. Ah, I hate those guys. Those guys are so annoying. Damn. All right, get wrecked. I need to learn what this dude's build is. Those guys take me forever to kill. uh, but yeah, okay. So now that the talking about the DLC is done, I want to give you guys my opinions here. So guns are good, armor's good, layout of the dungeons and the raid and everything else graphically, the game is gorgeous. It's fun. There are a couple of tricky jumps that can kind of tick you off, but it's really not really that bad. My only problem is the story. Now everybody's probably going to be like, "Well, what was wrong with the story?" Zavala. Zavala was my only gripe about the story. Like he gave up. Like that is supposed to be the cornerstone, the brick that everybody goes to, and it's just I don't know. Like for some reason, to me, watching Zavala break, just I don't know. It didn't feel right to me. I mean that if you guys disagree or whatever, let me know. Let's talk about it. But I don't like the fact that he broke. Uh, Cade came back. That was cool. Um, Definitely seeing Cade again and getting you know the the witty quips from him was pretty damn funny. And then watching him and Crow work side by side was kind of weird considering that Crow put a bullet in his face. But I mean whatever. We got to see Sundance again. That was cool. For those of you who don't know, Sundance is Cade's ghost, which is gone. Um, we got to see some of the lore about Cade's past from the journal that he used to keep about him and his journey from when he became an ex or before he was an exo all the way up until uh, not really current day, but uh, up to the point where he became a guardian. Gives you a little bit of uh, talk about it. It talks a little bit about that, and I thought that was just really cool. This expansion's got a lot of information on Cade and talks about Ikora's past a little bit, and it's just pretty cool. But my only problem, whoa, okay, just gonna drop down into a room and have him there. I really need that build. What is he, a sorcerer? Yeah, I think he's a sorcerer or sorcerer. Um, I can never remember what the hell them damn things are called. Not the hunter, not the titan, the other guy. My brain's just not working tonight. That's why I'm umming a lot. Like I just can't think. But I'm doing all of this ad lib. Like I'm not. I don't have any notes. I don't have anything. I didn't plan any of this discussion out at all. I'm literally doing this on the spot. As we're going along. But yeah, Zavala though, like went from the the steel that everybody looked to when shit went crazy to basically almost getting everybody killed. So if you have not played it at this point, sorry, spoilers. But yeah, is did I 100% like this expansion? Other than Zavala, yes. The combat was fun. It wasn't overwhelming. There's a lot of the missions that were just really cool. Um, the final battle, which I won't talk about, is really cool. Um, Definitely check that out. If you haven't played the final shape yet, definitely pick it up if you're a Destiny 2 player, or if you just like Destiny in general and haven't played it yet, you should definitely pick it up. It's a lot of fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause this here because we're gonna move on. I don't want to spend too much time on this video tonight because I've got some stuff in the morning that I've got to do, and I want to start actually trying to like write scripts and stuff for um, upcoming videos, or well, not really script, more like bullet points. so that we could talk about that stuff. But we're gonna move on. Um, Before that, though, as the shows go on and more people come in and more people are talking, and stuff like that, we'll have discussions. The shows will be longer. This show is only going to be maybe an hour. I Later on, I would love to have more interaction so that we can talk about these things and we can discuss them. We can have debates. I would love to have debates on some of this stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment. Definitely would love to know your opinion on this video, on this stream. If you have uh, any advice or feedback, negative or positive, I don't mind. I take feedback well. I mean, obviously, don't come at me like, "Oh, you're a piece of crap," and you suck, and I'm probably just I don't know. I'm probably just going to ignore you. I won't delete anything, but I mean, unless it's really bad, if your shit's breaking terms of service, like, you're gonna get deleted. I mean, that's just all there is to it there. But if you want to give me some positive or negative feedback, I mean, definitely throw it out there. I'd love to see it. But um, this here was recorded on Twitch. I did stream this live at Project Raven, Project underscore Raven YT, and the YouTube channel. If you're watching here on Twitch and want to know the YouTube channel, it is Project Raven Media. I will actually, I will do this. Doo-doo-doo. Why did that keep going over there? It shouldn't. Just gonna pop this up here. I don't have too many videos. I've got one video that I threw out there 2 weeks ago. I wanted to see if anybody would watch it. Literally no views. It was a video of a game, and I was wondering if you guys would like to see me stream it, or just record the gameplay and talk about it, and we'll put it on YouTube, whatever. And then the other one is kind of a live thing when I was streaming The Legend of Dragoon, and I got all of the Stardusts and went up against Faust, and he absolutely wrecked me multiple times in a row. So if you want to see me get wrecked in Legend of Dragoon, you can definitely check that video out. But let's at Project Raven Media. Yeah, see, there's nothing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. That is not my. Oh, oh, okay. Sorry. Give me a minute. I'm sorry. So this is the link to the YouTube channel. I will be posting on there. This video is going on there, and that is Control V and Enter, and that is the YouTube channel. So Project Raven Media. All of my media is going to go on there, and that includes anything that I record on my phone, anything that I decide to put on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, or eventually I want to create an Instagram. I'm gonna put clips and pictures and screenshots, gaming screenshots and stuff like that on there. I'm going to do reactions. So uh, we're definitely gonna build that channel, and I would really love for you guys to come along with that on that journey with me. Like, this is completely non-monetized at this point. I would love to be able to monetize both my Twitch and my YouTube later on, but uh, we'll definitely work on that as it goes along. But Final Fantasy. Okay, so Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 14 specifically, came out 1.0, was absolutely atrocious. There was so much copy and paste in the overworld design. There was just it was just slow. It almost felt as if they had taken World of Warcraft and fused it with Final Fantasy 11, which that made for a terrible game. Like it was bad. So what they did is they brought in Yoshida, or as most people in the Final Fantasy community know him, is Yoshi P. And he came in and was like, okay, so this is not savable aside from the story. So he took the story and he demolished literally the rest of the entire game. He kept some of the names and stuff like that, and he came around and just completely transformed Final Fantasy 14, and then pretty much, as the title says, recreated the game, and it is Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn. Later came you just what, one, two, three, four expansions. So you've got the most recent one was Endwalker, and that was supposed to be, the end of the 10-year journey that Final Fantasy 14 has gone through. And then the new expansion, Dawn Trail, is going to be basically the new beginnings. So I'm going to show you guys the full trailer, and then I'm going to talk about the new jobs. We're going to talk about some of the old jobs. I don't want to really get in too much into the story because there's so much of this story in the game, and it would take me months to sit here and talk about every aspect of this story. So here is this, and we'll talk about Final Fantasy here in a second.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
That's a big boy.
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Do you have a moment to speak further?
There's a second.
Look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
Summer 2024. Or, for those of us that are actually closer than, the release trailer here, we have, it is 6/19. This game drops early access on the 28th and full release on the 2nd, I believe. Also, same day as First Descendant. So, if you guys are not Final Fantasy heads like me, you can definitely go over and check out First Descendant, which looks absolutely awesome. We might talk about that next week when it gets a little bit closer. I'm gonna do some research on it. I haven't really done a whole lot of research, so yeah, definitely gonna talk about that one next week, and then hopefully I have some more of you guys show up next week. So I would love to be able to have a conversation with you guys on stuff. But uh, my opinions. Um, I am super excited. Like I said earlier, I can't wait to see where the story goes. I love that the main character that came to us and asked for our help or whatever is a warrior. I'm a warrior main. Um, well, I have two mains. I have my warrior and I have my white mage. So warrior, white mage, DPS is dragoon. I just find it a lot of fun. Dancer is also a lot of fun. But if you have not tried tanking because you're afraid of doing something wrong and dying, or the healer not being able to keep you up, try warrior. Try warrior. Learn how it works. Will definitely build up your stamina. Gunbreaker is another good one. Paladin is a good one. Paladin has clemency. which will allow you to heal yourself in huge chunks if you feel that you're being too much of a burden on the healer. Also, you can heal other people with it too, which will help out the healer immensely. Some of them don't like you doing it, but it's on your toolbar, so why not use it? Um, White Mage. The only thing I have to say about White Mage is I do a lot of soloing in this game, which means I do a lot of pugging, pickup groups. Queuing into the duty finder or jumping into random party finders and stuff. White Mage mains. Use Medica 2. It's not hard. You pop a button, you give everybody regen. When you're doing trash pulls, pop a shield, pop Medica 2, pop regen, go in, start holy spamming. It's not hard. And that Medica 2 combined with the regen, 9 times out of 10, is going to keep the tank's health up. You might have to pop a couple of moves if they get smacked by an AoE. Not that hard, though. Please start using it. You know, like I said, it's not hard. And I don't want to hear, well, it makes it makes it too easy. Then play a different healer. Don't play White Mage. If you don't want to use regens, don't play White Mage. Go play Sage. Go play Sage. Go play Astro. Go play Scholar. Go possibly play a new healer they may release sometime in this expansion. But use the tools you have. Stop making it challenging for no reason, because not everybody in your team wants a challenge. Some of us just want to get our crap done. But yeah, Warrior, White Mage are my two mains. I can play all the tanks. I can play all the healers. I can play pretty much all the jobs in this game. I haven't leveled my ninja. I definitely need to, because it looks like it's a lot of fun. I've been playing this game since Alpha, and before that, I was on 1.0. Came over from Final Fantasy 11 and was playing there for 6 years, I want to say. 6 or 7 years. And then when Final Fantasy 14 came out, a couple of us were playing on PC. We're like, hey, let's go check out this new Final Fantasy game. And we all jumped over there and we're like, we're going back to 11. But when A Realm Reborn came out, that's where it really stuck. When Realm Reborn came out, we left Final Fantasy 11 again and came over to here, and I've just been here ever since. I've been subscribed to Final Fantasy 14 since launch. So that's 11 years? 11 or 12 years? Something like that. So yeah, there's that. But for those of you who want to try tanking, try Warrior. A lot of fun. Great survivability. There's a lot of healers out there right now because of Dawn Trail, where they're going through with a warrior and it's 3 DPS instead of 2 DPS and a healer, and there's a lot of healers that are upset about it. Oh well, the warriors are OP and they need to be nerfed and all this other stuff. No, because when you're queuing in through the duty finder, it's going to make you have to take a healer. You have to have the right combination. It's going to give you a tank, 2 DPS, and a healer. And if you're in there and your tank is pretty much keeping himself alive the entire time, good. That gives you more time to DPS. You don't have to worry about the struggles of healing. You can focus on your DPS's health if they get hit by something stupid. If you get hit by something stupid, or if the tank pulls entirely way too much, then you'll have to heal. But other than that, just go in, be the third DPS, get through the match faster, and leave. It's not that huge of a thing. I promise. You guys are watching videos on this content and you're making these comments and you're going on strike because you're healers and you feel like you're useless as your main class. Trust me, you're not. This game's healers are a combination of DPS and healing. I was the same way at first, where they're just like, oh, well, you're a healer, but I need you to DPS more. Like, no, I'm not comfortable DPSing more. I want to just strictly heal. And people would get upset. And then, over time, it became acceptable that you got more utilities, you got more stuff to help you keep the tank's health up while you're still busting out DPS. So, I'm rambling. I can't wait for Dawn Trail. But if you guys would like to see further episodes of CrimCast, let me know down in the comments. I will be doing the show every Tuesday, or as often as possible. I will do it on Tuesday at 11, in between 11 o'clock to midnight, somewhere around there. And if you guys want to see more, definitely let me know in the comments. Pop on over to my Twitch channel and give me a follow. Follow me on YouTube. Click the little bell if you want to. If not, no big deal. But I would really appreciate it so that you know, like put a like down. Um, tell me that my videos suck. I really just want a little bit of feedback on this. But I will see you guys in. Yo, now you come in. What's good, dude? Oh, yeah. I was getting ready to shut it down. Show's over. It's only an hour. Because nobody's in here chatting, so I don't have anybody to discuss the stuff with. I'm gonna wait on that. But yeah, I'm gonna shut this beast down for a minute and get on some Final Fantasy. I gotta get my alternate through through Endwalker, and then I'll probably jump in chat with you guys. You guys still in? Oh, you're not even in chat anymore. You gonna be going to bed soon? Ah, gotcha. All right, well, if everybody's gonna be heading to bed, then I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna shut this stream down tonight and break out the old editor and start working on this video and uh, get it up on my YouTube channel. Cool. Oh yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be throwing your controller at the computer when you hear my opinions on Destiny. And anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, later.